This time I made this kind of additive harmonics oscillator thing with Arduino Nano this time. It's subtractive synthesis is usually having a waveform with lots of harmonics and filtering them out, and this kind of additive works by having pure sine waves and adding them together. And in this case the sine waves are not very pure, they're actually very crude approximations, and the internal sample rate is really low and the output is very low fidelity pulse width modulation, straight bit of filtering straight from the Arduino. But it sounds kind of nice, and it's actually polyphonic. That's basically one part why it's so lo-fi, because Arduino Nano really doesn't have lots of memory or processing power, and having it play, that's like there's 8 sine waves per voice, so that's 32 sine waves at once, and changing them all the time. So, but even with this just control voltage and gate, it still can play 4 voices at once if you want, because it can have, if you have a long release, the other one can still play when the new one comes. So basically you can have like a chord monophonically but polyphonically, but yeah. So controls, harmonics type. So what kind of harmonics you have? Let's zero everything else. Oh, without the arpeggiator. Or start from the beginning. And yeah, there's lots of buzzing and distortion and probably glitching, because I basically finished first like 95% ready version of the code today, but I just want to show something of this project. And then the other button here is how this is the type of what kind of harmonics we are adding, and this is how much we add them. So and you can also have it so that actually it was on. Yeah, you can have it so that the aid, attack, decay, sustain, release envelope doesn't affect just the volume but also the amount of harmonics. So kind of subtle, but it can do stuff. It goes, well, let's have it can go very low. Well, that's yeah, it can go to very sub bass and actually quite high, but it gets very distorted quickly because the sample rate I think is 16 kilohertz, so they cannot physically be anything over 8 kilohertz, and the pulse width modulation is, the rate is also quite low. So well, yeah, not the nicest, but yeah. And actually the Arduino Nano works internally with 5 volts, so it can only go from 0 volts to 4.99 something, and then you get this not really musically any kind of thing. So there's switch, you can have minus 2 or plus 2 octaves, and well, this was having the envelope affect the harmonics level, and this is actually just a well, let's have a okay, there's a bug, but this makes it so that the gate doesn't, or the envelope doesn't affect the volume, so you can use like a separate VCA and envelope and whatever you want. And yeah, there was a bug. If I play multiple voices and then change to that, it may lock wrong one of them. So let's fix that. Oh yeah, and there's a portamento, no port, just a slide if you wanna speak non-fine language. Yeah, nice. And if you close the portamento, then you can have that multiple notes at once. And the release knob is kinda non-linear. The first half is from 0 to 1 seconds, and the second half is 1 to 10 seconds. So yeah. Well, that's that. But if wrong. If someone noticed, there's also MIDI input, so this is really polyphonic. Like. Well, something distorts there more than it should, but. Then wrong one. Then this one makes it so that the envelope doesn't affect the volume in the MIDI mode. This is actually labeled wrong way around. Yeah. So I can. There's a bit bug with the release. It does it too fast after I release them, but. Let's put a LFO to the harmonics type, so. It's a bit much, but. Or you can do the same to the harmonics level. And there's attenuation knob for the control voltage for the both of them. Yeah. Here I'll probably show the schematics. that have some problems still, like the output filter is not bad but horrible. I mean, not horrible, but kind of, it could be much better. It's mostly passive and the values are not that wrong, but they could be much better. Basically, I'll redesign it, but it works currently, and I probably have, when I release this, have made what's it called, GitHub thing for the code, and you can see and wonder what the hell is going on there. This uses the Mozi library that has its own problems, but it makes it quite easy. But yeah, this is this really gets much nicer when you put a bit of more filtering after it and some spring reverb. I think I have somewhere here the Lukman Knob computer spring reverb thing. There's at least some of it. I mean, this kind of thing is the right way around. No, I haven't built it yet, but I have another spring reverb on my Eurorack rack. And yeah, this was confusing, and this camera quality is horrible because I'm using camera of my laptop. And thanks.